Have you ever wondered if an ordinary-looking Kennedy half-dollar sitting in a forgotten drawer could actually be one of the most wanted coins collectors are searching for today? Most people never look twice at these coins. And that is exactly why incredible discoveries continue to happen. Today, I'm revealing 4 ultra-rare Kennedy half-dollars that have shocked collectors with their remarkable desirability and eye-catching features. One of these coins may look completely normal at first glance, yet certain details can completely change how collectors see it. Stay with me until the very end, because the final coins become more fascinating as we go, and missing just one tiny detail could mean overlooking an amazing collectible. And that is exactly why incredible discoveries continue to happen. Today, I'm revealing 4 ultra-rare Kennedy half-dollars that have shocked collectors with their remarkable desirability and eye-catching features. One of these coins may look completely normal at first glance, yet certain details can completely change how collectors see it. Stay with me until the very end, because the final coins become more fascinating as we go, and missing just one tiny detail could mean overlooking an amazing collectible. Welcome back to the channel. If you love discovering hidden American coin treasures, make sure you subscribe, because this channel brings you fresh coin discoveries and collectible updates every single day. Now, let's begin. First up, the story of the 1964 Kennedy half-dollar begins during one of the most emotional periods in American history. Following President John F. Kennedy's assassination in 1963, the United States moved with incredible speed to honor his legacy by placing his portrait on the nation's half-dollar. The first year of issue was 1964, making it one of the most historic and recognizable coins ever produced by the U.S. Mint. Millions of Americans saved these coins as keepsakes, while others quietly entered circulation and began their own journeys through decades of everyday commerce. This particular example becomes especially interesting because it carries no mint mark, indicating it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Although many 1964 Kennedy half-dollars were produced, collectors carefully search for examples that have survived in attractive condition. Your described coin displays beautiful eye appeal with black and brown toning on the reverse side, creating a naturally aged appearance that many collectors appreciate when the surfaces remain original. Combined with its extra fine condition, this gives the coin a distinctive personality that stands apart from ordinary circulated examples. The 1964 Kennedy half-dollar is also famous for another important reason. It was struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, making it the only regular issue Kennedy half-dollar produced with this silver composition before the series changed in later years. Because of its silver content, historical significance, and popularity among collectors, the first-year Kennedy half-dollar continues to attract attention from both experienced numismatists and new collectors entering the hobby. Collectors examine every detail before deciding whether a coin deserves a premium. Strong lettering, well-defined hair details on Kennedy's portrait, attractive original surfaces, natural toning, minimal heavy damage, and balanced wear all contribute to greater collector interest. Even subtle differences in preservation can dramatically influence desirability. The black and brown toning described on the reverse may add character for collectors who enjoy naturally aged silver coins, provided the toning is original rather than artificially created. Another reason this issue remains highly respected is its historical importance. It represents a moment when American coinage became part of national remembrance. Every surviving 1964 Kennedy half-dollar tells a story that stretches back more than 60 years, connecting collectors with one of the most significant periods in modern American history. That emotional connection is one of the reasons this coin continues to receive attention generation after generation. Based on the condition you described, you listed an estimated market value of $288,500. I cannot confirm that this is the current market price because actual values depend on authentication, grading by a professional service, rarity, demand, and recent auction results. If authenticated with exceptional collectible qualities, examples can command strong collector interest. If you discover a 1,964 Kennedy half-dollar, never clean or polish it. Cleaning can permanently reduce collector value. Instead, handle it carefully by the edges, place it in a protective holder, and consider having it authenticated and professionally graded if you believe it has unusual characteristics or exceptional preservation. The excitement surrounding the 1,964 Kennedy half-dollar continues because collectors are constantly searching for outstanding examples with original surfaces and attractive eye appeal. That is why this remarkable first-year issue remains one of the most talked-about coins in American numismatics. Before we move to coin number 2, remember that our channel brings you fresh coin discoveries, collecting stories, and valuable, collectible updates every single day. The next Kennedy half-dollar on today's countdown has another fascinating story that every collector should know. Stay with us, you won't want to miss it. Next up, the next coin on today's countdown is one that many people have held in their hands without realizing its place in the Kennedy half-dollar series. At first glance, a 1,977 with D Kennedy half-dollar may appear ordinary, but collectors know that every coin tells a story. Struck at the Denver Mint, identified by the D Mint mark, this issue represents an era when half-dollars were no longer commonly seen in everyday circulation, causing many examples to remain tucked away in collections and forgotten coin jars for decades. Your described coin stands out because of its very fine condition and the distinctive black dots on the reverse side. Natural aging and toning can give a coin an appearance that many collectors find interesting when the surfaces remain original. While every toned coin is different, unique surface character often makes collectors stop for a closer inspection, especially when the design details remain clearly visible. Unlike the original 1,964 silver Kennedy half-dollar, the 1,977 with D issue was struck using a copper nickel-clad composition over a pure copper core, weighing approximately 11.3 grams with a reeded edge. It features the famous portrait of President John F. Kennedy designed by Gilroy Roberts, while the reverse displays the presidential seal created by Frank Gasparo. More than 31 million examples were produced at the Denver Mint, yet truly exceptional survivors with outstanding eye appeal always receive greater collector attention than ordinary circulated pieces. Collectors carefully inspect every 1,977 with D Kennedy half-dollar for sharp lettering, attractive original surfaces, unusual die varieties, and strong remaining details. Even though the date itself is not considered rare in normal circulation, premium quality examples and interesting varieties are the pieces that generate the greatest excitement among advanced collectors. This is why careful examination is always worthwhile before assuming a coin is ordinary. Based on the condition you described, you listed an estimated market value of $130,300. I cannot confirm this as the current market value because actual prices depend on authentication, professional grading, rarity, and recent auction results. Standard 1,977 with D Kennedy half-dollars, in very fine condition, generally sell for much less, unless they possess exceptional collectible characteristics or significant varieties. If you find a 1977 with D. Kennedy half dollar, avoid cleaning or polishing it. Keep it in a protective coin holder and examine it carefully for unusual varieties, original surfaces, and strong details. If you believe your coin has special characteristics, consider submitting it to a respected third-party grading service for authentication before assigning a high value. The search for remarkable Kennedy half dollars continues every day because hidden varieties and outstanding examples can still surprise collectors. And don't forget, our channel brings you fresh Kennedy half dollar discoveries, rare coin stories, and collectible updates every single day. Stay with us because coin number 3 takes the suspense to an even higher level. Next up, now the suspense grows even stronger because the next coin on today's countdown comes from a period that many collectors once overlooked. The 1982 with D. Kennedy half dollar, struck at the Denver Mint and identified by its D Mint mark, is a fascinating reminder that even modern-era coins can become highly desirable when they possess the right combination of originality, eye appeal, and collector demand. While millions were produced, far fewer remain in attractive collectible condition after decades of handling and storage. Your coin immediately catches attention because of its dark gray dots on the reverse side and its fine condition. Natural toning and age-related surface changes often give older-clad coins a distinctive appearance. Collectors who appreciate originality frequently examine these features closely, especially when the coin still displays clear design details and has not been cleaned or altered. The 1982 with D. Kennedy half dollar was struck with a copper-nickel-clad outer layer bonded to a pure copper core, weighing approximately 11.34 grams with a reeded edge. The obverse features President John F. Kennedy's portrait designed by Gilroy Roberts, while the reverse displays the presidential seal created by Frank Gasparro. Although half dollars were no longer widely used in everyday commerce by the early 1980s, the series remained an important part of United States coinage, and collectors continued building complete Kennedy half dollar sets. What makes this coin interesting is that experienced collectors never judge a coin by its date alone. They carefully inspect the mint mark, strike quality, remaining design detail, original surfaces, attractive toning, and any unusual die varieties or minting characteristics. A coin that appears ordinary to the average person may deserve much closer examination when it has appealing originality or features that stand out from typical circulated examples. The historical appeal of the Kennedy half dollar series continues to grow because it honors one of America's most remembered presidents while spanning decades of U.S. mint history. Each surviving coin reflects years of circulation, collecting, and preservation, making every example part of a much larger story that continues to interest numismatists across the United States. Based on the condition you described, you listed an estimated market value of $95,500. I cannot verify that this is the current market value because actual prices depend on professional authentication, grading, rarity, collector demand, and recent auction sales. Typical 1982 with D. Kennedy half dollars in fine condition generally trade for much lower amounts unless they have exceptional collectible characteristics, recognized errors, or significant varieties. If you come across a 1982 with D. Kennedy half dollar, resist the temptation to clean it. Even light polishing can reduce collector interest. Store the coin safely in a protective holder, compare it with reputable references for varieties or errors, and consider professional grading if you believe it has unusual characteristics or outstanding originality. The search for hidden Kennedy half-dollar treasures continues to excite collectors because remarkable discoveries can still happen when people carefully examine the coins they already own. And remember, our channel brings you fresh, rare coin discoveries, collectible insights, and Kennedy half-dollar updates every single day. But don't go anywhere. Coin number 4 is still ahead, and it may be the most exciting Kennedy half-dollar in today's countdown. Next up, we've reached the final coin in today's countdown, and this is the one that keeps many Kennedy half-dollar enthusiasts searching through old coin collections, inherited boxes, and forgotten bankrolls. The 1993 with P. Kennedy half-dollar, struck at the Philadelphia Mint and identified by its P mint mark, may not immediately attract attention from the average person, but experienced collectors know that every coin deserves a careful inspection before it is dismissed. Your described coin has dark brown spots on the obverse, along with black and brown spots on the reverse, giving it an aged appearance that reflects decades of storage and circulation. While toning itself does not guarantee rarity or high value, naturally aged surfaces often attract collectors when the coin remains original and has not been cleaned. Every mark and every layer of color tells part of the coin's journey through American history. The 1993 with P. Kennedy half-dollar was struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition over a pure copper core with a weight of approximately 11.34 grams and a reeded edge. It features the familiar portrait of President John F. Kennedy by Gilroy Roberts, while the reverse displays the presidential seal designed by Frank Gasparo. By the early 1990s, half-dollars were rarely encountered in everyday transactions, meaning many examples spent years in storage rather than heavy circulation, making attractive original pieces increasingly appealing to collectors. Collectors evaluating a 1993 with P. Kennedy half-dollar pay close attention to originality, remaining design detail, surface preservation, mint luster where present, and any unusual die varieties or striking characteristics. Even coins in older circulated condition can become desirable if they display collectible features that separate them from ordinary examples. That is why knowledgeable collectors never overlook a Kennedy half-dollar simply because it appears common at first glance. The Kennedy half-dollar series remains one of the most collected modern American coin programs because it combines historical significance with decades of mint production. Each date represents another chapter in the continuing story of U.S. coinage, and many collectors enjoy completing date and mint mark sets while searching for exceptional examples and recognized varieties. Based on the condition you described, you listed an estimated market value of $78,200. I cannot verify that this is the current market value because actual prices depend on professional authentication, grading, rarity, collector demand, and recent auction results. A standard 1993 WTP Kennedy half-dollar in circulated condition generally sells for much less, unless it has exceptional collectible characteristics, important mint errors, or significant varieties. If you discover a 1993 with P. Kennedy half-dollar, avoid cleaning or polishing it, since this can reduce collector appeal. Store it in a protective holder, compare it with trusted numismatic references for possible varieties, and consider professional authentication if you believe it has unusual characteristics or exceptional originality. That brings us to the end of today's countdown of top 4 ultra-rare and most valuable Kennedy half-dollars. Whether you're checking a family coin collection, an old coin jar, or inherited keepsakes, always take a closer look before spending a Kennedy half-dollar. You never know what interesting collectible you might discover. If you enjoyed today's video, subscribe and turn on notifications because our channel is freshly updated every day with new rare US coin discoveries, collecting tips, and fascinating stories from the world of numismatics. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next treasure hunt.